Hello. Good evening all. Hope you're having a good time so far and enjoying the food. Right, sorry, but it's time for you to have to give me your undivided attention for a few moments. Don't worry, my best man, Peter, will be up next to provide comedy. No pressure. Firstly, I'd like to start by thanking you all for coming to celebrate my marriage to my beautiful wife, Carly, today. Lucky woman. Because it was her who planned, organised and set up most of all this you see around you by herself, so fair play to her. I'd like to raise the toast to Carly's sister and bridesmaid Becky, who isn't even here. So that went well. She looks lovely, by the way. Best man Peter, who doesn't look too bad himself. I would also now like to say a special thank you to my new father-in-law Steve. And mother-in-law Kim, Carly's parents, for raising Carly and making her the woman she is today. You've done a fine job. And not forgetting, of course, my parents, Andy and Rita. Especially my dad, who raised me and made me into the man that I am today, and hope I made him proud. Okay, so moving on. As you may or may not know, I'm quite partial to a bet, and if it wasn't for one bet in particular, none of this would even be happening today. And for that, I'd like to thank Alan. Take a bow, son. We was out one night with the boys, and me and Alan are scanning the room. He stops and he says to me, "That bird with the tattoo, I bet you're telling her you can't pull her." I looked and I saw a girl, she had her back turned to me. I saw the tattoo and thought, yeah, I like that. Didn't know what the face is like, but I'll give it a go. So I went over and was pleasantly surprised by how pretty she was. I spoke to her. I can't remember what I said, but it must have worked, because here we are now married, with two beautiful, wonderful children, Amelia and Jacob. We could not have asked for a better and more loving mother. I salute you. Go on, son. I don't really have much luck when it comes to betting, but that definitely was the best bet I won. The tenner was a good win too, though. Thanks again, Alan. Yeah. It's not just Alan I'd like to thank. I honestly have the best friends. They know who they are because they're all here. And if I was to talk about them all night, I'd be here all night. They're more like brothers. I wouldn't change them for anything and love them all. Speaking of brothers, I'd like to mention my brother Joe, who's always been my idol and someone I've looked up to. Just had to get that in there. That's it from me. We're now soft enough. I'd just like to end now by saying thanks again to you all. It's time for the best part. Time to hand you over to my best friend, my best man, the best man, Peter, who by the way delivered the best stag party that won't be better. I'm sure you're all for a treat here, so I'm out. Peter, all yours.
Good evening all. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Peter and I'm the best man obviously. If there's anybody here who's feeling worried, nervous, or even apprehensive, you're either me, because I really am, or you just married David. Now, unaccustomed to public speaking as I am, I've been fairly nervous before today's speech. However, David has been very good to me, and he took me aside to help calm me. He said if I did a really good job today and went easy on him, I could be best man at his next wedding. When preparing this speech, I read somewhere that a good best man speech shouldn't take any longer than it takes the room to make love. So ladies and gentlemen, now this is the point where I'm supposed to sing David's praises and tell you what a great guy he is. But unfortunately, I can't sing and I won't lie. I'd like to take a minute here to mention the lovely bride Carly, obviously the deserving focus of our attention today, who I'm sure you'll all agree is as graceful and beautiful as an angel. Carly, you really do look like one in a million today. And David, you on the other hand look like you're one in a raffle. David truly is a lucky man today. Carly is a wonderful girl and she deserves a great husband. Thank God you married him before she had a chance to find one, eh? Actually, while enjoying the service today, I couldn't help thinking that it's funny how history repeats itself. I mean, 28 years ago, Carly's family were sending her off to bed with a dummy. And here they are again today. At this point, it's good for me to thank the bridesmaid Becky. Is she back yet? She completed her main job very well, which was getting Carly here on time, which was no mean feat. As I understand, Carly got quite a struggle. Obviously, one of my best man duties meant that I was with David on his last night of freedom, and I have spent much of the last month in his company talking about how much of a good husband he could be to you, Carly. Last week we were talking and I asked him what he wanted from his marriage. He said, well, I want to be a model husband and I want to be a model citizen. And he added with a cheeky grin, he also wanted to be a model lover. Now me being a naive person that I am, I looked up model in a dictionary and it said, a small miniature replica of the real thing. I read somewhere that someone once said that marriage is a 50-50 partnership, but anyone who believes that clearly knows nothing about women or fractions. Now, if I could offer David and Carly some advice, firstly, Carly, remember, men are like tile floors. Lay them right first time, and you can spend years walking all over them. And David, set the ground rules and establish who's boss. Then do everything God says. I spent the last month worrying about this speech. The point of it only came to me the other day, and that is, nobody else could possibly stand where I am at this moment and feel more proud and honoured than me to be able to represent my best friend and my brother David on this, the most important day of his life. I look forward to being part of their lives and having them both as part of my life for many, many years to come. I'd like to finish up by saying what a great honour it's been to be David's best man today. I'm glad he's finally admitted that I'm a better man. So ladies and gentlemen, it gives me immense pleasure to invite you all to be upstanding and raise your glasses. And a toast to David and